How's everybody doing?
I could be doing better, but I know what's coming up next, so my stomach is a little rumbly.
Yeah, you can always tell when Tommy walks in here and he's in a good mood. He's about to inflict some pain on somebody. So you want to make it official? Just get it over with here?
Just feel like I want to rip the Band-Aid off, unless you want to make some more small talk that everybody else wants. If there's things going on in your life you want to talk about, feel free to delay the pain even longer.
I think I'm all good.
I think I'm all good too.
Yeah, I got nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dear God. Okay.
Plead the fifth.
Rip away.
All right, if you're new around here, Plead the Fifth are 5 uncomfortable questions that we have submitted anonymously, specifically to make this person kind of, squirm a little bit, make them uncomfortable. There are 5 questions. You can plead the fifth to one, like if it's too uncomfortable, if you think it's going to hurt somebody's feelings and do lasting damage, then you can go, I'll plead the fifth on that one, but you can only do it once.
Abby, you have told us that you're on your way to being an old maid with your cats and being single. What are your cats' names? The original, the OG cat.
The OG cat, Della, and my new one is Betty.
All right, Della and Betty.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't go after the cats, man.
Della
You're going after the cats
and
already.
Betty
Not my babies.
are in danger.
Oh, no, God.
If you had to save Della or Betty, which cat would it be?
Thank God my cats don't speak English. They also don't have access to the radio. So no matter what I say is not going to affect how they feel about me.
But you'll know this in your soul. This one's for the soul.
I think, and I always resented being the younger child because you can always just tell that the older child gets a little bit more favoritism. But me and my girl Della have been buds for nearly 6 years. And I know that Della is a lot more sentient than Betty. Betty's still kind of stupid. Like, she kind of like throws herself at Della knowing she's gonna die. So my hope, knowing that Betty has more free-flowing serotonin and what's the right word? She's just ditzier than Della. I'm hoping that it wouldn't, for lack of a better word, hit her as hard. So I'm probably saving Della. That makes me
Della.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one in, first one out.
I don't know how I got into this cat algorithm because I'm not a huge cat fan, but cats slapping each other around is funny.
So watching, I'm trying to get it on video because it is hysterical. Betty trying to pick a fight with Della. Betty's my small fluff ball cat. She will like get on her hind legs, put her 2 front paws up like a lion, and then kind of lean back and then lurch forward and tackle Della. Della gets so peeved every single time. It is so funny. I'm trying to get it on camera.
I'm not talking about them like beating the crap out of each other. I'm just talking about those. Or if a dog just walks by, the cat comes out of nowhere and gives him a
Little
Little slap. Just for good measure.
They do it to a baby too, like on the head, and it's just like, and the baby didn't even do anything.
Yeah, it's
like,
got to be multiple.
yeah, like you annoy me.
All right, Abby, question number 2. Well, first of all, the chemistry of the Bert Show youth group, the younger members of the Bert Show, seems to be outstanding. You guys all seem to be very chummy. So let's go ahead and mess that up. Go ahead and name off the people in the
We have
youth group for me.
Messy Mikey, a former intern who does something for the show now. We have Jackson, who edits videos and also works for Pioneer. We have Katie, who runs the board. We have Rebecca, who is our social media queen. And we have Amber, who is our phone screener.
Of all those members of the youth group,
Who do you like the least?
nope. Whose life would you least want to trade with?
Oh,
That's good.
Damn.
Oh, that's really tough. Whose life would I least want to trade with?
When can we develop some AI that can hear somebody's inner thoughts? Because I want to hear the decision-making process right now.
I'm going to go with... It's one thing to be rejected by one sex. It might be another to be rejected by both. So I don't know if I could handle Rebecca and walk into a bar and have all the options and not know if any of them want me. I think being bisexual would be really difficult.
It's a lot more pressure. You got to walk out of that bar with somebody.
And you got to be cool. I feel like every bisexual I know is just really cool. That's a lot of... I would embarrass the LGBTQ plus community somehow.
Yeah, the odds are in your favor if you're bi.
For sure.
If you strike out on that night, you're like, the world, nobody in the world likes me. Literally nobody in the world.
Rebecca's hot. Everyone should love her, but I know that I would do something to embarrass myself, so I couldn't handle it.
That's a good way out of it.
We're at the halfway point. Question number 3. Now, we all know you got a nose job. Well, some of us couldn't even tell at first. Like half the room couldn't tell.
I am really curious how long it would have taken for Mo and I to have like a side conversation out in the hall and go, does Abby
Dude,
look different?
You
Mo-
never
I
would
would
have.
have never known.
Me neither.
Mo would have noticed before you, Bert. We wore the same clothes for a week and you didn't notice.
As a bit.
That was the bit I was going to do. Like, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to, like, one day see if it was going to take a week, 2 weeks, and then reveal it.
All right, keeping in mind that nobody really noticed anyway, if you had to surgically change one more physical feature, what would it be?
Oh, this is an easy question. I'm an insecure woman in my 20s. I think about this daily. I look in the mirror and I'm like, you know what? There is one procedure I've thought about getting, and
Can we guess? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
just financially, it's just not like the nose thing. I was like, yeah, this thing needs to go. This is more of a petty thing.
Is it your chin?
He's being.
Oh, that was
joking.
so mean. How did you know? No, I was
Damn,
kidding.
Tommy.
Would I get a chin plant? Chin plant, absolutely.
Chin plant.
I love makeup, and I have the type of the guys are gonna have no idea what this is. When you put on eyeshadow, you need like a good smooth surface area for it to look good and for the makeup to sit right. And I have the type of eyelids that don't complement makeup very well. So I've always the next one I would get is probably like a blepharoplasty. So like my makeup looks better.
So they can flatten your eyeball or something?
They remove your eyelids.
What's it called?
Well, they take a chunk out so they're not as droopy.
Yeah. And it's not that like I think I have droopy eyelids, but I have hooded eyelids.
There you go.
And so you have less surface area for makeup, and it's it's not as extreme as a nose job, but yeah.
Speaking of hoods, what race of man would you absolutely not date?
What?
What race of man would you absolutely not date?
Speaking of hoods,
What kind of transition was that?
Tommy. I, based off of my dating experience, I would like to remove white men from the roster. So let's go with that.
Good answer.
That was the only answer.
No. Okay.
All right, this one isn't necessarily hard. This is the last question. I don't think you'll plead the fifth of this.
This is way easier.
But this is an interesting question. Kudos to who came up with this. Of all the heat you've taken so far, when did you feel inside that you were not wrong?
Oh, that is a good question. I genuinely wish I had more time to think about this because I feel like there have been moments where I feel like I get a lot of people in my DMs who, if I've emailed you back, it is because I know I'm right. So there have been a couple of like people who've said I've gotten facts wrong for like eBuzz or whatever. And I have known that my facts were correct. And so I specifically emailed them back to tell them I was correct.
Okay.
Just because it's one thing if I like mess up somebody's name or if it's a small fact, but if it is something I have researched and I've known it is correct, I'm emailing you back to be like, leave me alone.
If you find out, if somebody emails you and you find out that you were indeed wrong, do you email them back?
Genuinely, I'll apologize. I'll be like, you know what, you're right. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Because I would never email them back.
Sometimes people just have opinions on you being wrong, and those just you just need to ignore.
well, you answered all 5.
That was way
Congratulations.
easier.
Look at you.
The Bert Show.